people at the moment are quite interested in their food and where it comes from. I feel like our people don't have the skill sets, or may have lost the skill sets of generations past. There's not the same level of gardening as there was in our grandparents' generation, and there's not the same level of hunting and just general food gathering, eh? Pigs in Te Kahika are a big deal. They have a massive effect on the seedlings because they turn over all the ground on these river flats, but they also have an effect on ground nesting birds. They'll cruise along and eat their eggs. Pigs can have a fairly detrimental effect in forest systems like this.
The Te Kahika Motu area is a hell of a challenging place to hunt. So not just the terrain that you face, just hard on the dogs too. You're hunting a lot of rock and shale. Not easy on their feet. Realistically, you're looking at 2 to 3 days before they're a wee bit footsore in this country.
At home, right, so our whole freezer's like, we've made this rule, we don't buy meat from the supermarket, so everything we eat's from the bush. I reckon like a lot of the time when we're hunting, we often take all the meat out to feed our family at home, and we don't eat much of it in the bush. So I'm really stoked this trip, we're gonna be hunting to eat.
Nice to be back out in the bush, mate.
So good, eh?
Beautiful. It's like plugging yourself into a recharge, isn't it, really?
Oh, totally. Just relaxing, eh? It's really neat to be given the opportunity to learn from someone as knowledgeable as Joel about pig hunting, but in particular, the style of pig hunting. Like bailing dogs, for me, as a deer stalker, it just makes pig hunting really accessible where historically it wouldn't have been.
Good work, bro. That was perfect. Great first day.
That was gold. The big driver for me with bailing dogs is the ability for us to make the decision as to what pigs we harvest. A well-trained bailing dog gives us the ability to do that. So we're harvesting pigs to eat for the table. We're not wanting to kill every pig we catch. So as a hunter, we're in full control.
For me, it's pretty amazing seeing two dogs such as Bear and Hooch apply pressure to a pig. Them working together as a pack to apply pressure and then back off, and then the next one applies pressure and backs off. It just holds a pig in action. It's pretty amazing that the dogs don't have to be that aggressive to the animal and keep themselves safe as well.
Hey, we got both those dogs now. That one that came down into the creek's gone back.
Right.
And they've met up together. So we've got a pig already.
Outside, dogs. Get outside. Leave it. Good dog.
First pig I've ever shot at back. Bloody exciting. I don't reckon you can separate conservation from hunting or harvesting of any kind. Conservation, to me, as a concept, and what I've been taught, is the act of preserving a resource, eh?
Wild pork's different. It's full of flavour, a lot less fat. It requires different methods of cooking. So what we find is low and slow, adding a bit of fruity flavour to it, taking your time with it. It does need time and it does need liquid. Patience is the key with cooking wild pork.
There's nothing wrong with throwing in a few store-bought ingredients. It just helps bring out the flavour in whatever it is we catch in here. So I like to throw in some extras.
So for me now, wild foods become the reason why we hunt. It's bringing it back, enjoying it with friends and family, and it's just completed the circle as to why we get out in the bush and do the things we do.
Bro, that is good pork.
Unbelievable, eh?
That sauce is mean too. And pretty tender too, eh? Like straight off the pig, that's mean.
I think supplejack's quite good too.
You reckon
Have you
that?
tried it?
No, not yet.
Looks like a piece of wire, but
Bit of butter.
it's nice.
Yep. Bit of
It's
garlic.
actually really nice.
I want to establish and retain a lot of those food gathering skill sets that were lost in our grandparents' generation and generations before. Essentially, I want to know that my family's eating the best quality food possible.